The real reason why crypto is tanking right now. Yeah, I know. We're all in a recession. We're in that bear market, but I digress. Stocks aren't doing too bad. As long as you have nothing to do with crypto, like Coin, which is a publicly traded company with Coinbase, their stock is down 6%, but that's because of the news broke that CZ with Binance is being sued, or the whole company Binance is being sued. Look at this chart. Look at this drop off. Boom, boom. Just as news broke of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So these are the guys that regulate all of American stocks and securities. And truthfully, a lot of crypto is, you could argue, is it a commodity or is it a security? Truthfully, most of them are securities because it's not a physical asset. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's not something you can touch. But you could also argue that like Bitcoin is digital gold, so you're never going to be able to touch it, but it's actually a commodity. But for a lot of the other ones, you can't really argue that. So the Securities and Exchange Commission is suing Binance for offering unregistered sale of crypto assets and failure to restrict U.S. investors through Binance.com. They literally have BinanceUS, right, where they have to go through some of the regulations that a U.S.-based company needs to go through. But Binance was really the place that you could buy any coin you want, Pepe, Dogecoin, whatever. You can all get it there. And if you use a VPN, you can get it. But a couple of years ago, to try to get ahead of this, they opened up BinanceUS. So this is just funny. This is just trying to kick one of the biggest exchanges, or the biggest exchange, while the whole market is down, because it's all about control and it's all about money. And there's a lot of already government funds and big billionaire wigs in crypto space. As much as we want to say that, hey, this is for the people that are underneath everything, it's not really how it goes. If you're for less government, yeah, crypto is where you should be. However, regulation is coming, and this is the start of all of it. And truthfully, I don't think that there's much merit to here, except for potentially keeping a case open for a long time until the United States actually figures out, okay, what are we doing with crypto assets? How do we have some sort of a tax or something so it doesn't take out the US dollar? We need to get our digital United States dollar, which realistically, the United States dollar is already digitized, but how do you get it on the blockchain so that it's just as fast as something like XRP or something? Well, one would use, the Ripple network or the Lightning network or Litecoin with its network, something for payments. But the world has to kind of get on board with it, because the United States cannot lose its world currency status, because that would be bad, especially if it ended up being something like Tether, which would be awful. As much as people are wanting something like that to happen, it would collapse the entire world, because we're all so interconnected right now. So this is just a big nothing burger. And truthfully, if you missed out on buying some of this stuff, Ethereum under 2,000, Bitcoin right around here. I guess let me open up the chart and see what it's looking like. Dun, dun, dun. We've hit one of the Bollinger Bands. Boom. To me, this is probably going to bounce right back off of this. You can already see we're kind of bouncing. If I draw a line with support now as opposed to resistance, we're essentially there, right? So if you were wanting to get into something long term, this would be it. If I go to the 1 hour and I'm trying to look at something to see if I wanted to trade, you can start to see a retracement back up to where we'll see what this next one is. But if we break above here in 20 minutes, I would feel fairly okay with entering and just kind of having my stop down at today's low here. I think that would be fairly okay on this. Target, if I was to try to go upwards, yeah, the ceiling is the $30,000 mark, right? But that's a $5,000 swing essentially here if you were to hold on to something right now. And, you know, my stop loss currently would maybe be a little bit under 25,000, would probably be 24,500-ish. That's where I would like to put a stop. Not totally even, so it'd be probably 24,450-ish, you know, 456 something, not the 24,500, because it may get touched just because that is a arbitrary even number. But truthfully, I think this is an entire nothing burger, and now is an opportunity to try to get in on some of these guys. A 4% down, boom, is pretty gnarly. Cardano, sorry, Ben Armstrong, those guys gave me a really hard time about that. I blame my concussions from my motorcycle career, but, you know, that's a different channel. That's in the link in the description as well. But ADA has been hit really, really hard too. If I'm looking at... Oh, I got too many open at the moment. But no, essentially, there's really nothing going on here besides, hey, this is, oh no, panic, sell. Everyone's being sued. Binance is being sued right now. Yeah, there's going to be more bad news before there's good news. But usually when there's a lot of good news, as Warren Buffett says, when there's blood in the streets, there's opportunity. Right? So when everybody is panicking, it's time to be greedy. When everyone is greedy, it's time to be scared. It's time to panic. In this situation, it's time to start thinking about being greedy.